What's up, guys? Welcome back to Chits and Chats, and today it's going to be about the chits. The wife is back feeling much better right after I played Root, a game she doesn't really like, which worked out beautifully. I'm pretty sure we can do another one now together if you want to. But anyway, today we are doing a playthrough and review of Anno 1800, which is relatively new, and it's by the designer Martin Wallace, who I love because he created Brass. Do you remember that one?
Yes, I love Brass.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's when you know she actually loves the game, when she remembers anything about it. It usually means she loves it. So that's a great game, but we have honestly, super high expectations. Brass for a long time was in my top 10. I think it still is. I haven't done one in a while, but I think it's still in my top 10 of all time, but we'll see where this one lands. But again, super high expectations. And if they're not met, we will be disappointed and probably sell the game. But we'll see what happens. So anyway, so basically this is the first time either of us have ever played, but I went through the rules pretty extensively, and I believe that I have a pretty solid understanding of everything. So we are going to get right into this thing, and this game is about resource management, okay? There's three major concepts that you need to know before we start production. Whenever you produce, you're going to be taking workers from right here, these cubes, and you're going to be playing them on your board here. So you see the colors here have to match the colors down here when you play them, okay? Right now,
blue.
What's that?
There's no blue.
There's no blue right now, but you're gonna build blue.
Oh.
All these are blue,
Okay.
So you're going to be, that's how you produce things. You just take them there, place them on a place where it has a thing, and then you do your action or whatever you're doing, okay?
And it takes two?
No, it only takes one, and you have two spaces for it. So once they're closed up, you can't produce on that industry anymore. Okay, also, if you ever see a cost that's like this little cube right here, then you're just gonna take it, and like if it's a red cube, as a cost, you just take it and put it in your exhausted area right there, okay? So again, you're just gonna see, do you see like the can right here, you see a pig and a steel beam, so you need, to build that, you need a pig and a steel beam. So that's how you literally just do that, and then you produce that. Make sense?
I built it.
You build it, yeah, you like put that on there. Okay, well that's a whole action, but I'm just saying as far as production, that's the main key concept right there. So if you don't have a resource that I have and you need, you can trade with me. The way that works is, do you see this? So you see this cost right here. If you wanted to take, like, let's say I had this like wagon or cart or whatever this thing is, and I put this right here, okay? You need that as a resource, this actual like carriage, okay? Or trike, or whatever this is, okay? It doesn't matter. But this is a purple, okay? So in order to get one of these purples, and it looks like this when it's actually built on your board, in order to get one of these, you don't actually place a cube, you use these trade tokens down here. These are trade tokens. So in order to get a purple, you need 3 trade tokens for 1 purple. So essentially you just exhaust them onto the side of your board right here, and you basically have this thing for that turn. Make sense?
So I put a cube on there?
No, you don't put a cube on, it just is like you just say, I have it, basically, to use in your turn, okay? So that's trading. You can never trade 2 of the same resource in a turn, okay? So you can never trade a steel beam and a steel beam. You never trade with yourself, but like you could never, if I had 2 steel beams here, you could never trade in that way. Like you could never get a steel beam from here or here, like in one turn.
Okay.
Never 2 of the same resource in one turn, okay? You could trade multiple resources in one turn though, just not the same one, okay? So, and then if you ever do that, I get a gold if you trade with me. And use my stuff, and also even if they're both blocked, like these.
Can I give you gold? Or you
no,
just
get it. And if these are both blocked, but you need this, like if I have one that I have workers on both places right here that are full, it doesn't matter. You can always trade. Okay, you can trade through that. Then you have something called shift end. Okay, shift end is where you pay a number of gold to get your workers back from either the exhausted area or down here, okay? So if you needed some green, and you had 2 guys like this, you would look at this right here. This says 1 gold per green. So you can just take one of the green guys back for 1 gold and use him in your same turn.
Can you bring back as many as you want?
Yeah, you can as long as you can pay gold, you can get them, okay? Make sense so far?
Any color, or you can just do one color?
Oh, no, well, if you needed like a red, blue, and a green, as long as you had 1 + 2 + 3, you could just bring them all back, okay? And you can use them in that same turn, okay? So shift in is it's just a thing you can do. So then we go to action. So basically the way this game works is we're gonna go 1 action after each other until the game ends. The game ends when one of us has exhausted all of our cards out of our hand. Okay, so once someone plays the last card, the game is, you do one more, you finish the round, do 1 more full round, and the game is over, okay? So the actions you can do, expand is where you take one of these industry tiles or one of these shipyards up here, okay? And you place them on your board, okay? The way you do that is how I described earlier, where if you wanted this coat, you need drill, toilet paper, and box or crates.
Is that really 12?
I mean, it looks like it's some kind of tea. I don't know what it is, but whatever that is, okay?
Okay.
So if you needed that, that's how you would have to produce that. Now, there's gonna be more that, it's gonna have to build up, right? You start off some basic stuff, but then you're gonna go on to some, you need more and more to get more and more, right? So so you essentially just have to be able to produce that on your board and then put this, if it's an industry tile up here, it's gonna go, all these are industry tiles, it's gonna go on these land, anywhere there's land, okay? You can always overbuild. So like if there was a population cube here, you had already used this, silk or whatever that is, the weave. I don't know what, yarn, yeah, it's just yarn. I don't know, I'm making it too complicated, but yeah, just yarn, okay? Or whatever that is. Actually, it's on here. I don't really care that much. This is cotton fabric. And the other one, if it is, it might be on there, we're just overlooking it, but it's probably not, because we don't miss anything. Okay, so anyway, forget that. But anyway, do you understand? Like, so for industry tiles, you put them on the land, anywhere there's land, okay? Then you have shipyards, okay?
Ooh.
Shipyards right here. This is basically their strength, if you will, okay? So there's 1, 2, and 3, all right? Now, you can only build 1 shipyard each turn as well, so you can only build 1 industry tile per turn and 1 shipyard tile per turn per expand action, okay? And these have to go on the coast. Shipyards have to go on the coast, okay? So I was telling you about overbuilding, so you can always overbuild a pre-printed tile. If there's any cubes on there, you just exhaust them, okay? And you just build it over. Now, if there's one that wasn't pre-printed, you can build over it, you just return it to the board and exhaust the population cubes that are on it, okay? You just put it back. Now, shipyards, okay, so the way shipyards work is there's still a cost up here, okay? And whenever you see like a cube like this, like the purple cube, you just have to remember to, that this is just taking a cube and exhausting it right here, okay? Like if you had you have to have a purple cube to exhaust to put over here.
To build it.
To build this.
Okay.
Yes. So the way that then you have boats. Okay, boats are the same thing. You produce them with the resources. Okay, just like we've been doing, but you can produce boats based on the strength of your shipyards. You can build as many boats every turn, every expand action, as shipyards that you have.
Oh.
So if you have a strength of 1, you can build a boat with a strength of 1, which are these 2.
Okay.
Do you see these icons in the bottom? That's the strength. So this is 2 and 2, 3 and 3, and that's how that works. Okay. So you could build, if you had a shipyard of 1 and then 2, you could build a 1 and another level 1 ship or a level 2 ship.
Is that a pirate ship?
I mean, if that's what you want it to be. This is exploration tokens and this is trade. Okay.
So you have exploration boats and then you have trade boats?
Yes. But you can build, shipyards can build either one of those. Okay. So that's how those things work, okay? And when you get a boat, you immediately put the exploration tiles on them or the trade tokens on them and you can use them in your turns, okay? Makes sense? So again, you can build as many boats as you have shipyards each turn, but industry tiles and shipyards can only build 1 per expand. Did that sink in? All right, we're gonna cut. Okay, you're good?
Yeah.
Okay. You need to take a nap?
Nope.
Alright. So that's expanding, okay? That's the hardest one. Alright, so that's like the meat of the game right there, except that there's a lot of other meat in the game. Okay? So that's expanding. Keep in mind that you can never build 2 identical, so I can never have 2 sausage factories.
Oh, I thought those were shrimp.
Oh my golly, what is it? That's a sausage.
No, it's sausage, but it just
that's some meat
like
right there.
Shrimp.
So you can't ever have 2 of these meats. Okay? But what you can do is there's a pre-printed box here, a crate.
Ooh.
So that's red, right? So now there's a blue that you could build, and that's technically not identical because they're 2 different. They're not identical. You see how there's blue and red? But it's still crates.
You can build them on here though? Right here?
Yeah, you can build them wherever there's land. What the whole
But your shipyard has to be on coast.
Yes. But you can still use these. But remember, you can always overbuild stuff. Okay? So does that make sense that you can have 2 identical things as long as the whole tile itself is not identical? You can never build another one that has 2 red ones and a crate. You can build a crate with 2 blues. Okay? That makes sense. So I can never do this. There's a crate and then build another blue crate. Okay?
Gotcha.
Makes sense? You do know that.
I understand that part.
Okay, sweet. So that is something. Yes? Okay. I'll probably cut that out. So the next thing you can do is play and activate. We're not one of those couples, but we need to be because we have 3 kids and we don't do it enough. Anyway, wow, that was heavy. So play and activate cards, okay? So the way you do this is another action, okay? It's super easy. So if I have a card here, I'm just gonna show you it straight up. I don't really care. Nobody knows how to play this game anyway. I'd have to produce those to produce this guy, okay? So like I'd have to have like the whatever, the canteen and the can, okay? The schnapps and the canned food. So then if I can produce that with these guys again, I place it right here. And at any time, in any turn, I can activate it by playing this cost. Sorry, by, sorry.
By exhausting a purple worker.
Yes. No.
No?
No, I actually, that's a benefit. So you can activate a card by getting the benefit and you just get the benefit. So this is a population cube and it would just go in my residential area, which is up here.
What's the 3 gold for?
That is your victory points at the end of the game. Regardless or not, if you activate this, you get 3 victory points at the end of the game for this card.
Oh.
Okay? So they're just benefits.
You can only use it once?
Yes, and then it's done. One-time activations. Okay? So it's just a little benefit.
So for that, go back to it, please.
Crap. Yes, this one.
There. Okay, so I would have to put a worker on those 2 buildings to activate that.
Just to build, so this is just playing it like here. Then to activate it is a free action at any time now. Now that it's here, you can just get the benefit.
Once per round or?
No, just one time.
Just one time
and then you
it goes
flip
away?
It doesn't go, well it goes away, but it doesn't go away because you get the points on it, but like you flip it.
I know what you mean.
Yep, you don't get to do that every time. So yeah.
So just once. It's a one-time benefit.
It's a one-time benefit.
And all cards are that way.
All cards are that way, that I believe. It's all just that way. Okay?
Deal.
So that's how you play and activate cards, okay?
Cool.
You can also swap population cards, which means taking any 3, up to 3 cards and replacing them, like putting them on the bottom of their respective stacks and drawing that many cards from those stacks again. So I could just take 2 of these and put them on the bottom of this one, draw 2 more from the top if I don't like them.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Or I could take up to 3. So I could do these 3, put 1 down there, 1 down here, and draw those cards back. Okay? That's just the way you get rid of cards and try something else, okay? So then you can increase the workforce. Increasing the workforce is simple. You just, if you want a red cube, you have to just pay this cost. Then you take one from the supply and put it up here. And then you draw.
How do you pay that cost? By exhausting?
By doing these again. By doing these. You don't exhaust, you just use them down here.
Use them.
Yep. So this one would cost a brick, stone, and then crates. Obviously those names aren't perfect, but you get the idea, right?
Yeah.
So that's how you do that. So you simply
Coal.
Close. Are you gonna?
And goods.
Oh my golly, this is
Bricks, coal, and goods.
bricks, coal. Okay, so excuse me, bricks, coal, and goods, and then you get to get a population cube. And whenever you take a color, you just take a corresponding card. Okay, these 2 right here.
So anytime you get a population, you get a card.
Yes.
Okay.
Anytime you take a population cube, you get a card.
Okay.
Yep, you have to take a card. Okay. Then you can upgrade. Upgrading is simply moving these left to right. Okay. So you could upgrade this one right here as long as you can pay the cost. So you can do up to 3 upgrade actions. The cost is right in the middle. Okay. So this first one is, what is that, clay?
Bricks.
Bricks. You can upgrade one of these. You just put it in supply. Take another one. Take a blue one back if you're just doing one, or you could go all the way. You could be like 1, 2, 3, as long as you can pay all the costs in between. Okay.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like it makes sense. So you could take one from here and just say 1 upgrade from here to get purple. You put this in supply, take a purple cube and put it here, and you just pay that cost in between.
Okay.
So it's more valuable as you go here, I believe. I don't know like how value works in this game really is like if one's more valuable, but this one costs way more to enshit. So I think that these are required for like more valuable items. Does that make sense? He's an investor or whatever that means. Okay.
So why do you pay these?
So the gold is paid for shift in. When you want to bring somebody back, you pay that amount of gold to put them back up there. Okay. Yep. So that's upgrading. Does that make sense for the most part? Okay. So then you can do a couple more things. You can open up a new world. So as an action, you take one of these. Okay. So for your first time, you have to exhaust 1 exploration token. Your second time, 2, 3, and then 4. You can only do 4. Okay. So if your first one, you just exhaust this, grab one of these. It extends your map. That's all it does. And gives you maybe like a benefit in a new industry. So that's just more places to build, okay?
Why is there a small one and a big one?
Because this is the new world, which is another action that I haven't gotten to yet. But now that you mention it, this is the new world, okay? This goes above your board. I mean, you probably keep it to the side or something for a bottom if you wanted to, but this is going to give you more options to be able to trade. So you can exhaust these to get new and better goods, okay? I did read something somewhere, so you don't say I'm like cheating or whatever, that trying to go for these types of goods can be risky, like, because you're just digging through, you're trying to find that one that you want, and it's almost more reasonable just to go for like another strategy. But I'll probably try to go for at least one of these.
So,
like, because these give you different goods, and you can use these trade tokens to like exhaust them to get those goods. But usually you're looking for one specific one that you really want. So you got to explore like the whole new world apparently to find that.
Oh, okay.
And you can only do 4. Okay. So then you can take expedition cards. You just do 2 of these to take 3 of these expedition cards. What these cards do is that there's going to be 2 squares. I'll just show you one. Smart. So you see that right there?
Sure.
So right here, you basically need a blue and a red at the end of the game, or a teal and a red at the end of the game to fulfill this card and get those victory points.
Why is it a polar bear?
Because apparently it's a zoo. There's something about a zoo here. Yeah, that's like the zoo, and that's the I saw the word zoo in the rulebook, and I just kind of it didn't make sense that it was that it was a zoo. So I just
you get a teal and red.
You get a teal. If you have a teal and a red at the end of the game, you get these victory points. This is thematic in some way.
Just one?
So you don't have to fill both of them to get this whole card. If you just put a teal here, you get 3 victory points. Red, you get 1.
You have to put it on there.
You put it on there, so you can only use it once. So you just want to have them anywhere in your possession at the end of the game.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
To add to the card.
To put on the card. Yep.
Gotcha.
So that is the zoo for some reason in this game. Yeah, it's something about a zoo.
Icy somewhere?
I'm gonna be honest, like I
I
stopped reading after the zoo thing. But there's something that makes sense about it because Martin Wallace made this game. So it has to make sense somehow.
We've got piggies and polar bears.
And
wonderful. I
yeah.
feel like I'm in Lost.
That is never mind. They might want to sponsor us one day. We can't say anything. If we're getting sponsored by Lost, then we might be in trouble.
Well, Lost is pretty much over.
It's been over for years. So, anyway.
This is the chat part of our chat.
This is the chits and chat. Lost, guys, is so take expedition cards as that. Okay. So you keep them face down. And you can just fulfill them at the end of the game. You don't have to actually activate them.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you don't want me to know what you have. And then you can also celebrate a festival, which means that you just take all your people back and put them all in their spots. So all the exhausted, all the workers, put them all back where they belong.
How much does that cost?
That's just an action.
To celebrate a festival.
Celebrate a festival.
I take the exhausted people and put them back.
Put them all the trade tokens and all the exploration back here on the boats, and all the people back from here onto their boards.
So what about the people from here?
Yeah, everything. All exhausted stuff, everything. So
why would you pay to do it?
Because that's a whole action, and shift end is like you can just do it. You can just pay gold and then use it in that turn. If you're like, in this turn I desperately need one red guy, red worker.
What's the difference between an action and the turn?
Because like in shift end is like a thing that you can just do. So like if I was trying to.
It's not part of your actions.
No, it's just a thing.
Bonus thing.
Yeah, it's just like a free action that you can do is shift end.
Gotcha.
So the last thing you can do is activate objective cards. The ones we chose are highly not recommended for your first game.
Beautiful.
But we like to go all out, I think. We'll see how it works out. But it's going to be tough. So basically, they give us no benefits, essentially, except in-game scoring. Okay?
Why would you do that?
I didn't purposefully choose that. They just happened upon us. Okay? So if you look here, basically, if you've activated one old world, you get 18 points at the end of the game. For any of these industries that you have, you get those victory points. Okay? So you can see, they're kind of hard to see right there. But
you got them. Yep.
Yeah, you can see them. And then whoever has the most purple cubes gets 10 points, and the second place gets 4 points.
Now, how do you activate those?
Those are all just in-game scoring, so they're just already activated for us. Like we just meet that criteria.
That's just.
We don't take those. No, like they're just there.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes there's one that can be activated, but we cannot do that.
So everyone gets the opportunity to score all of those.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
What's that 7-pointer up there? What little magical fireworks?
7-point is whoever places the last card and ends the game gets that.
Is that fireworks?
Gets that. It's fireworks.
Look at me.
Do you guys like fireworks?
I love fireworks.
I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, I've seen them so many times, I don't care.
It's horrible.
Like, it's beautiful. I can appreciate what it is, but I have no part of me cares about it. Like if they're there, I'm not gonna look away. You know what I mean? I will watch. But
I
once
get very excited about fireworks.
I mean, it feels
that's
bad.
Because I grew up, we shot off our own. He's a city boy. He never got to do that. I'm a country girl. So 4th of July was a little bit of a bigger deal.
Because you guys had mortars and stuff, we had sparklers.
Yeah, we had like...
And those little beads that you throw at the ground, they pop.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That was 4th of July for us.
It.
Yes. So that's why I don't really care that much. But if you guys like them, go do it.
I want to go to the festival in Japan.
There's a Japanese festival about fireworks or something that she wants to go to one day, and I will most likely end up taking her. This is the kind of guy I am, but we'll see. There's a 50% chance we do not end up doing it.
Yeah, this is true.
All right, so that is the game. Do you remember what we're doing here? So,
okay, so what is the point of the game?
So the point of the game is to get the most victory points, obviously. And the way, so the most important thing I realized, guys, I used to never tell my wife this, and I didn't. It's not on purpose, but the most important part of a game is like what you score at the end. If you don't know that, you don't have any direction. And I used to never tell her.
I like to, when someone's explaining a game, I like them to tell me basically the end first, and then tell me how to get there. Yeah,
that's smart. I really, it makes so much sense. So the scoring is every population card played, okay, which are these. Remember these points that are on those, okay? You get points for those, just being there.
Awesome.
The expedition cards that we use that I just explained, the zoo.
Regardless if you've played it or not.
As long as you've been able to play it on your board by paying those resources,
so as
then
long as it's turned over at the end.
As long as it's either as long as it's out of your hand and on here, which means that you just produce those resources for it. Okay. Regardless or not if you've actually activated it by like playing it looks like this. You take it from your hand and you play it on your board. Then you pay by producing those resources and saying I'm doing that as an action.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's so expedition cards are scored based on your population cubes that you have, right? Then every 3 gold is one victory point. The fireworks token is 7 victory point. They're called influence points, but whatever. And then objective cards. So unfortunately, but fortunately, but maybe unfortunately, all those are worth victory points up there. It's gonna be insane.
Okay.
So that is Anno 1800. Join us next time, guys. No. Yes, so let's get to it, honestly. One last thing I forgot to mention is when you build New World, you draw 3 of these these New World cards, and you add them to your hand. Okay?
Okay.
So the game ends when somebody's put down their last card. So it's gonna more population cubes you take, the more cards you get, the more New World you get more cards. These do not count as part of your hand. Okay? So when the last person's played their last card, it's done. So I have absolutely no way to start this game. Those are ships.
Those are trading.
Those are trade tokens that you can use to trade with me.
Yours.
Based on this number right here. So if it's a purple cube, you do 3. And then also they're used for New World. There's things that you can trade on there.
So the point for getting the boats is just to have more exploration tokens.
Yes, more trade and exploration, 100%. But games like this, the only problems with games like this, the only problem, really. Okay, so the lighting should be phenomenally better right now because we turn them on, which usually helps, okay? So the problem with games like this for me, just right out the gate, is that it's so hard seemingly to form a strategy. These cards give you some strategy, and so do these up here, which I do like. They give you like some kind of direction, but there is so much stuff right here, right now, that it's like the world is yours. You can do whatever you want. So I guess that's the way to do it, is just start doing things based on cards and I don't know.
So you have to pay these up here to place?
What's that?
What are these?
Those are how you add population. That's an action. Yeah, you just pay those costs. And the way you pay them is by producing them here. Okay? So, because like one thing builds another, that thing needs something to build the other. Like everything builds something else. So it's like when I look at this, I'm looking at these 3 and I'm like, okay, I need that. But then that requires those. And then those require that. It's like, oh my golly, how are you supposed to keep track of all this? That is the one thing that I foresee being a little bit of a struggle here. So I think you just have to like, in these kind of games, I think you just have to pick something and just go with it. Okay, so I'm going first. You have a gold. I just chose that.
Awesome.
And I chose that for us. You know what I mean? I don't think
Who's
you'd be
this guy?
disappointed. That's your first player.
I'm first player and I
That is my first player token that I have given to
Army meaty.
Do you want that? I'm gonna genuinely ask if you want me to keep that in the video. Okay, I will. I'm glad you did that.
That's pretty good.
That was actually not bad. Okay.
Is he a pirate?
He might as well be. I think he's a Commodore.
Why does he only have one eye?
I'm guessing from some battle or because he likes it. We should have worn one.
What's the theme of this game?
Boats. The theme is exploring the new world.
Okay.
Starting a new community on this island, and daring to attempt it. And you only have a few residents in your town, and you're the first industries and the first
Ages
ships.
12 and up. You're 12 years old. You can play this game.
You know the crazy part is that like 12 and up for board games, it means it's going to be pretty heavy. 14 up, 14 plus is like is absurd. It's like I think that's like Gaia Project is 14 up.
Okay.
So anyway, all right, let's do it. So I'm gonna go first because I'm first player, and that's just how life works. So my first action is going to be to expand.
What?
I'm going to expand, and you don't.
I don't know.
You're not familiar with that action? Not great. I'll tell you that straight out the gate. That is not great. Okay, so I'm going to expand. I'll show you how to do it.
Okay.
So I didn't explain what these guys were, but the colors are easier than the names of these people.
That's fine.
We can look it up later if you guys really want to know the names. But here,
I'm
look.
sure
The
they
green
do.
are farmers, blue are workers, the red are artisans, the purple are engineers, and the teal are investors. Does that matter at any point after this? No. Okay, we just go by color. Okay, so anyway, I would like to build this tile right here. This, what is this, sheet?
Glass.
Metal? It's glass. It does look like glass actually, which makes sense. So you flip it over. I need a crate and a coal for that. So I'm going to put down a red right here for my crate, and my coal is going to be another red. So I'm out of red. Interesting.
That seems really simple.
It does, doesn't it?
Why do you
So-
have glass?
Huh? Because I got something going. Based on absolutely nothing. Well, no, it's based on a little something. So the envelopes, you're given an additional action that you may carry out. Just an additional, you get an additional action straight up.
Okay.
Okay? So. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
So you just get one action?
One action, back and forth.
Until what?
Till somebody's played their last card.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay. So when do I get to go first?
You never do.
I never go first?
It does, it's just, it goes back and forth as we're just rallying right now. So it's you're up.
Okay.
Yep, you get to rally. Don't try to do everything. It's never gonna happen. Okay.
I'm also gonna do a glass.
Wow. Wow. I could copy my strats when there's a game where you do a million things.
I guess.
So red and red. Since you can copy it, you might as well look at my board. Just watch what I do the whole time. That was aggressive.
That was a little bit.
Okay, interesting. So, wow, this is actually insane.
Can go your own way.
This is actually gonna be tough. Like, I'm actually understanding now. This is gonna be really tough. Oh my golly. Jeez. Okay. I just gotta do things. So, oh my god, I need red. Guys. So I guess the best way, I was gonna upgrade, but I can't upgrade without red because I need to spend a brick to get red. Increase the workforce. I don't have gold to get my guys back. And I need red cards to get more red people, or red guys to get more red guys. How am I supposed to get more red? I guess I can't. That's horrible.
Change your strat.
That's absolutely horrible.
Is that gold right there?
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? This is gonna be insane. I think this is a really bad way to play this game, but is there really a good way to play this game? I just don't know. I'm gonna do the unthinkable right now. Because if I ever want to do this, I'm gonna do, I think this may be a horrible way to play the game.
Well, watch and learn.
Actually? Oh. Relax. Chill, please. Okay, I'm gonna celebrate a festival already, and bring these guys back. That's my turn. I brought my rig guys back. Seems like a massive waste, but I don't know.
I'm going to expand once again.
Okay.
With my windows. To the windows.
So you have a plank. You have a plank and a glass.
Yeah.
Turn these over.
Why?
You turn them over when you build them.
Oh, okay.
So you built a window. Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm gonna do exactly what I did last time and expand again and take one of these. Put that here.
Why
Of course
do you
it's
need
red.
brass?
Is it brass?
Anything that needs brass.
I bet you do. You just probably don't know. Jeez, man, red artisans are. You need red. You need a lot of red. I do, at least.
And how do I get these guys? Just one of them?
You pay 1 exploration token. Are you gonna do that?
I am.
Okay. So you have another crate that you can use.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I think I'm gonna likewise do that.
Oh my goodness.
I need more things. So I get a one-time bonus of 2 blue cubes.
Look at you.
Which is pretty nice. However, I don't need blue, and I think that requires me to draw 2 population cards.
Okay.
Which is absolutely insane. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. This is wild. This is kind of cool, but it's really just, this is tough, man.
What is that? What is?
Oh, so that might be something that you get from New World.
What?
Yeah, you might have to search for it in New World.
So the only way I can get cotton is to search for it in the New World?
I don't know. What I could do is like look at them real quick and then just see. Yeah, is it that thing right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have gotten that first time, but now I'm gonna shuffle everything.
That's messed up.
So yeah, the New World gives you those items she's looking for that we don't see on this thing. So that's super interesting.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of cards here, man. I guess in this game you're supposed to play a ton of cards.
No, we wouldn't have.
There's no reason.
So to get another red, I guess I have to. I don't want to celebrate yet, but I guess I have to.
I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just one turn. I mean, I did it.
Celebration is happening.
I'm just celebrate. This is wild. Because I have certain things I want, but like I just can't seem to get. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna keep doing it. So I'm also I'm gonna do something different here. I'm going to trade. I'm gonna use both of my trade tokens to take one of your coal.
Oh,
And I'm also going to use this to get a pig,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna take a sausage. You never have enough meat. I think is the saying. It's like, I feel like this game is just constantly shifting strategies, like constantly shifting. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to play this, but it seems like right now, it's constantly shifting strategies.
I'm gonna build this. Oops.
So remember to flip it over.
Bread. I'm going to.
So that and that, yep, you got your bread.
Can I stick like my blues together? Can I do that? Does that matter?
You can play some wherever you want, as long as it's land. Yeah, why not? Might be a good way to look at it. Actually, I do like that. I might do that too. You know what? No, then you're just gonna take a strat. Wouldn't be the first time. But here's what we're gonna do, guys. I'm gonna celebrate because I think my people have been working hard enough. As it turns out,
I am again going to expand.
okay. Taking the old flask.
Potato and schnapps.
Schnapps.
Potato and coal.
Okay.
Okay.
This is so interesting. Like, I feel like, yeah, I don't know anything about it. Okay. But I do know, I kind of have an idea now where I want to go, which feels good. So what I'm going to do here, actually, before I run out of, you know what? I'm going to do this now. So I'm going to pay a coal, no, dude. Okay, so I'm going to pay a green to go here, and a red to go coal, and I'm gonna take a beer.
All right.
Put it right there.
All right. I'm gonna expand again, and I'm gonna take one of these coal.
It seems weird to do shift end, like to get your people back instead of just celebrating. It really does.
Yeah, that's why it feels like. Are we sure we're doing one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think the reason is because.
We'll get there eventually, I guess.
Yeah, maybe so. I really don't know why you do shift in instead of just celebrating a festival.
You went?
Oh, when I celebrate, I should return these. This is crazy, and this one.
Oh, this one.
Yep. Okay, so no, I haven't gone. Did you go after my beer?
Yes, I think so.
What'd you do?
I did the coal.
Okay, yeah, I think you're right. Okay, so, then I'm gonna do my first card, and I'm gonna choose this. I'm gonna place that, and sausage. Gotta love that dog right there. And I'm playing this card right here to get me, I'm just gonna play it, but I'm actually just gonna activate it straight up and take this right here, which I think forces me to take a population card of purple, and gives me 3 victory points at the end of the game, and that is now activated, and I'll just put it up here.
What if you get 2 blue people? Do you take 2 cards?
Yeah. If you upgrade, you don't take cards, but if you, because they don't give you
What
technically
about
more.
these?
Yeah, when you get them from those, you always.
Or is it just if you buy them?
No, you always take population cards when you take cubes.
Okay. Well, I am likewise going to schnapps on a bread, and I'm going to do my first. And I guess I'm gonna go ahead and activate it.
So you do what now?
Flip over.
So you got 2 blues.
So do I take 2 blue cards?
Yes. And then flip that over, and you've played it. So just put it up somewhere. Yep. So I guess that's the whole point of this game, is just trying to activate and do different things the whole time. Just okay. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna play another card from right here. I'm gonna do sausage, and I think this game feels kind of like a race. I guess, kind of a race. I don't know, to get rid of all your cards. So this one is right here. This one gives me a red cube, which I'm going to activate. Yeah, because it says play and activate population cards. So I'm going to activate it to get a red cube, and I will take another. But whenever you take more cubes, you have to take more cards, so you're not really getting rid of your cards, you know? This is kind of difficult.
I'm going to expand. That. Cool.
Nice. Okay. Wow. So I'm gonna do this. I'll go ahead and just break new ground. You good?
I have to move the table. Sorry if it's shaking.
Okay. So I'll do a brick here, then I'll do a plank right there, and a purple cube I will exhaust to right there to build a shipyard, which I don't have room for, but I do have room for it right here on the island. So I'm building another shipyard.
All right. I'm going
Seems
to
random.
activate this guy, which gives me 3 of these dudes.
This is insane.
And wait, can I hold these on any?
No, you have to put them, like this one only holds 1 trade token, so you need more ships to hold more.
I can't even do that.
Nope.
That's crazy. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna get a new world.
Okay. So somehow you
Where
end
do
up
I
getting
put
your
this?
weird.
Up here?
Huh? Yeah. So you have
So
your
what
new,
does this mean?
your new world. You also have to draw 3 of these, which I don't know what those do, but I'm guessing they're similar.
So what? So
That
I
means that
can
you can
change
use trade tokens to
get
those things. Yeah. Oh yeah. So it's technically trading. It's a trade action. Okay.
Okay.
Which is just using your trade tokens. Okay. So then we will move on. I need that and I need that. So I'm going to no, I don't want to, because this is technically kind of a race here. So exhausted purple right there. I really want one of those, but I need that and that. Cheese.
Which one's the shipyard and which one's the boats?
These are boats because they have boats on them, and these are shipyards because they have shipyards on them. Makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
that was unnecessarily passive aggressive. But yes, sometimes you just
And you have to have a shipyard to build a boat?
Yes, but you already have one. So you have a level 1, so you can build a level 1 boat.
Oh, okay.
I have a level 2, so I can build a level 2 and a level 1 in one turn.
Look at you.
Or 2 level 1s.
Okay.
Okay, sick. Okay, so I'm going to celebrate. Let's do it. Celebrate all my guys. Coming back home.
Oh, I'm not supposed to have it. Yes. Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm. You get a lot of cards in this game, man. This is wild. This is tough, man.
Mm-hmm.
I completely like abandoned my original strategy. Like just straight up.
Okay.
Whoa. Oh, nice.
I'm gonna celebrate.
Okay. I think shift end is just like if you're desperate. If it's like the last turn. I really don't understand that. But that's what the rules say. Okay, so I will expand again, and I'll do blue. Take a blue on my sheet metal. My glass, and red on these brass, and I will exhaust a purple cube to take clock. Oh, I'm running out of land spaces though. That is interesting. I built a shipyard, and I did not even I didn't even go for a ship this turn. That is interesting. That's fine. Okay, so yeah, I'm building a clock right there.
I'm going to expand and build this guy using an exploration token here.
Let's see.
And
I understand why you use it now. I already do, yeah. So what'd you do?
cloak.
Okay. How did you trade something? What? Get some of that TP in there. That's crazy.
Got some of that cotton for that cotton
Oh my god.
fabric.
Oh wow, there's just so much. There is just so many
I don't know
things.
what that means.
What? Which one?
I'll show you.
You can show me because nothing will change. Oh my golly, you need all that stuff? Jeez, bro. Jeez, man. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. So I'm gonna do a brick, box, and a pig. This is going, I think I'm getting a little too ahead of myself right now, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm taking dynamite. That's wild. Why would anybody do that? This is insane.
I don't really understand how
What?
I'm gonna
wild.
get these things.
You have to just build up. That's the whole point of this, is like you just build and build. Like everything requires more and more and more and more. It's just wild. Like you look at one thing and you're like, oh, I need this for that. Oh, wait, for that thing I need this. And for that thing I need this. And then...
And how I get a purple is just these things right here?
Yeah, if you just want a new purple, that's what you pay. And you just have to take another card when you take that purple. Oh, wait, yeah, this is Shipyard. Do I turn this over? Yeah.
I can't even do that.
Games where you have a lot of cards in your hand are we'll talk about that at the very end. But anyway, I mean, you have a deck in your hand right now. I can bridge these cards.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to buy a purple.
Do it.
And a window. Give me a purple and I have a secret card. That's ridiculous.
Okay, so I'm gonna celebrate again because I just can't seem to have the things that I need. Celebrating is, I don't know how many times you're supposed to celebrate in this game, but I'm doing a lot more of that than working. That's how people should live though, you know what I mean? Just stop working so much, celebrate more often, and just be happy, you know?
I guess.
Solid.
So wait, I don't even know what I'm doing. What did I do?
Reel it back in. It's because you're looking at one. There's like so many
why.
different things. It's crazy.
Okay. That's fine. That is fine. But I can't build it because I can't. I can overbuild though.
Yes.
So.
I can already tell you that this fabric right here is just useless.
It's not useless.
Oh,
Not at all.
my golly. I was basing my strategy off the fact that I was hoping that would be useless. So,
That's
time
not
to rethink.
useless. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna overbuild. Let's go right here.
Kidding me? Cannon?
No, I can't actually. I think I have to celebrate.
Do it.
No, I don't want to celebrate.
Never a bad idea. I can tell you that right
I
now.
don't want to celebrate.
Okay.
I'm going to buy. Where's my break? I can't.
It's too good, dude. It's too good. It's too good.
I guess I.
So one day I'm just gonna start popping off soon.
Okay, I guess I have to celebrate.
Absolutely
That doesn't
popping
seem
off.
like I should though.
You have to, well, you probably don't, but you're trying to go. If you try to do everything in this game, it's gonna be too much.
I'm not trying to do everything.
I know, but what I'm saying
I'm
is
trying
like
to do the
you
very
need to celebrate.
minimum right now.
Because if you're able to use all your workers, that probably means your strategy is too broad. I don't know if that's true.
Broad.
I don't know if that's true. But I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna expand again because that took forever. That's, and a purple exhausted to get glasses. Glasses are gonna put me out here. Glad I have this island. I like it actually. I like having an island. And that's the story of our lives. And we're playing games instead of it.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to. Can I overbuild over my one port?
You could overbuild over anything.
Can I still buy a one boat or a one port? Like a one boat if I have a two port?
Yes.
Does it always have to be a
No,
two?
no, you can build a one. Let me just see if you can overbuild. I think you can overbuild. Martin Wallace loves overbuilding, and like I've never, like in brass, it's too complicated to overbuild in brass. I've never done it, but he loves overbuilding.
That is what I need. That.
I'm not 100% sure you can overbuild like
Why not?
your shipyards with industry tiles.
Right.
But
Both other shipyards, yes.
But I'm not 100% sure. I need to.
We're just gonna say
I think you can though. I think you can overbuild your shipyards with industry tiles.
Perfect.
Okay, but ships can only go in the sea. But you can overbuild your ships with ships. Okay.
Okay.
But yes.
Ships
Anyway,
can't go on land.
ships cannot go on land. Makes sense, right? Thanks for making me feel so special.
Go, baby.
Don't go baby me when you took forever though. Okay, here. I'm gonna do this pig and blanket. Steel to. I honestly cannot wait for some pig and blankets on Thanksgiving.
We don't ever have pig and blankets on Thanksgiving.
Do we not? Oh, is that Super Bowl?
What?
Don't we have it at the Super Bowl? We've eaten pig and blankets together on several occasions. I'm gonna overbuild my fabric because I think that is the most useless resource in this game. And I don't have any reason or justification for thinking that, but I'm doing it anyway. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Because
Can you overbuild on here?
No.
Why not?
No, you just can't. That's ridiculous. It's a lot. I'm taking a huge risk by doing that, actually. You're celebrating again? Golly, yeah, you ever gonna work? Yeah, ever gonna work? Do any work over there? Okay. Then I'm gonna do this.
Gold. I don't even know how to get gold.
Hold on, you're about to see something awesome. It's gonna make you like inspired to play this game more. Clock. Oh my golly, I need another raid.
I'm inspired.
Oh my golly, I knew you would be.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, no, I need more rid, man. It's hard to get
How
rid.
in the world am I supposed to get that?
Relax. Okay, here.
Oh, I can overbuild.
Oh my golly.
I keep forgetting that.
You can overbuild. You know what?
Can overbuild. I need to overbuild. It.
There's something that I need here. I'm gonna get it. It's the last thing. Your stuff's shaking the table.
I'm sorry, people.
I'm gonna celebrate.
Do it.
Celebrating again.
Celebration.
Okay.
Is underway.
And your turn.
I'm gonna expand this duty.
Taking cannon. Covering up crate. Oh my golly! That I can already tell you the game's over. The game is basically over. If you're gonna play like that, I mean, I would just call it a day because I'm gonna win. Oh wait, cannon might have been a really good way to play. Because oh my golly. I messed up.
Not necessarily.
Do you have a reason for saying what you just said? Huh?
Do
you have a reason for saying what you just said?
I mean,
I don't think you do. So I'm gonna go with my gut here, which has never led me astray. And I'm gonna go crates. This is so sketchy. Crates. Crates, beam, and purple cube for cannon.
It's falling in my footsteps.
Which I just told you was the worst move you could have made. I'm covering up wheat. Because who needs wheat for food?
Well, as long as you have beer and bread, you're good.
True. Okay. I'm getting somewhere here. We're getting somewhere. It's going to just pop off in a second, hopefully.
Also going to expand here. By
oh my
this,
golly.
This, and shoot, I can't.
That's horrible. Celebrate.
Hold on.
Just to celebrate. You know you're going to.
I'm gonna buy a red dude.
I can't move on until I do something very specifically here. So this is gonna be good.
Buy a red dude.
Oh my golly.
These cards
you bought red for, how'd you buy red?
That
okay, so you did pay that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so I'm going to celebrate once again because I'm trying the strat where you just celebrate. You work smart, not hard. You just work as little as possible and see where it goes from there.
I am likewise going to celebrate.
Not a bad life strategy. Well, no, it's actually, I mean, I work very hard, but you just gotta enjoy your work, you know? Don't you just, does anybody enjoy their work? Can anybody tell me? Do you enjoy your work? Because if you don't, you need to. It's really, you need to. I didn't for 7 years and now I do, so it's great. Anyway, let's get back into it. So what I'm gonna do here and what I've been building up to.
Build it.
I'm not even sure where I'm going after this.
Nope.
There, and then we're gonna do a wood, and we're gonna do a sail. Wait, I already did that. And we're gonna do a crate, which is another red. Nope, we're not gonna do that. We're doing a cannon, actually, and a purple cube, and I'm gonna take this fatty ship right there and place it right here with my level 2 shipyard. And place 2 exploration tokens on there. Boom.
That was like this what I'm going.
Are you kidding me?
I've been working this out.
I've been working it.
I have been working.
I have been working it.
Boom, shakalaka.
Are you kidding me? Okay, well then I'm gonna go ahead and explore the new world first.
I'm gonna explore.
I mean the old world, actually.
The old world.
You would go the old world after I said I was gonna go old world. Okay, so I got a new industry tile, which is sick. Really, really sick. Okay, your turn.
Did you use your
Oh
two?
my golly, if I have to celebrate one more time, I gotta be playing this wrong.
I got a red guy.
Are you kidding me?
Can I put him over here? Like that?
I don't see why not,
So
honestly.
that means I get a red card too?
You
I'm
have to take a
tired
red card.
of these cards.
I know, that's why it's hard, because you gotta...
How do you get rid of all these cards?
You have to play, you have to
We're gonna be all over this table.
Nah.
I'm just gonna have to keep expanding.
Yes,
expanding,
that's the whole
expanding.
point. You're just trying to expand the new world, right? So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna do a pig and a blanket. Coal. And I'm gonna take some soap.
What are these little houses right here?
Soap is a good choice.
What are
for
these guys?
anything. Anytime.
What are these guys?
Those guys mean you get 3 upgrades.
How do you upgrade? What's an upgrade?
Upgrade is in between, so you just pay that cost and you upgrade that cube to the next color.
You have to pay it still?
You still have to do it.
You have to, okay, so I don't get free upgrades when I pay for this card.
So this one you can upgrade, hold on.
3 blues to red.
Yeah, you can only use them to improve the population cubes detected or depicted. So you can only go from blue to red and red to purple. Yep.
I can't go red to purple, can I?
Well, it says blue or red. I mean, that slash is an or. So you can improve blue to red, or you can improve red to purple. 3 times for free, which is actually insane. Really sick.
Okay. Hold on, okay, where's the chocolate?
Chocolate. I mean, how many times a day do you think you say that?
Chocolate?
Where's the chocolate?
Not that often.
How many times does our middle child say it?
No, he says it. He says it about every 30 minutes.
He says it after he's just stolen a piece.
Yep.
And already could straight up just devoured it.
Okay, I'm gonna build out. I'm gonna expand.
Do you have a can of good on here, or do I?
You do.
I have a can?
You have a can.
Oh my golly. I was gonna trade. You build some soap?
I built some soap.
All right. So I'm gonna build some. I'm gonna build some. So since I do have a canned good, actually, I'm gonna do a canned good. I'm gonna do a clock and a glasses. I'm not gonna do that because I don't have any more red. Golly, bro. This game does not want me to get this mess done.
Can? Where's your can?
Right here. Okay, you
So
know what I'm gonna do?
Trade with you
Oh, check this out. You're gonna like this. I'm gonna do a beer and a soap. For 4 gold, this guy right here. 4 gold, playing that guy, and I'm just gonna activate him straight up. Done. Let me get some 4 gold. Yes, baby.
How do you get 4 gold?
Because my guy, I activated him.
What?
I know he's broken. That was the wrong card.
Wait,
it's this one.
That's
4
not
gold,
fair.
baby. Yeah, it is. Because I have earned it in this life.
Where's my soap? Oh. Okay.
Yes, dude, that's so sick. So sick. Oh my god.
Okay, I'm going to soap and cotton.
4?
This guy gives me purple.
Oh my golly.
Gives me purple.
That's garbage. That you had to take another card. But you know, just because you exhaust your deck doesn't mean you're gonna lose or win.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Whoa.
Were you saying that in response to what I said, or just in general?
No, I'm talking about a card that I just got.
That's a shame.
Sweet.
Oh my golly. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my big move. Hey, check this out. I'm gonna do a shift end. I see why you do that now. Calling this guy back. Because I don't wanna, I don't wanna waste my whole turn. Just celebrating all the time. So I'm calling this guy back here, which I'm gonna use then on my clock. Oh my golly. I need more than that. I need 2. That's horrible. That's just absolutely horrible. So this guy was on my theme. Oh my golly. Oh my golly.
How many do I have to pay to trade with you?
Just it depends on the color. So if you want a red, you do 2, purple 3 trade
and
tokens.
I have to pay gold to do it?
No, I just get a gold if you trade with me. Did you get a gold when I traded with you?
No.
You should have taken one a long time ago.
Perfect.
Did I traded with you, didn't I? Okay, so what I'm gonna do this just because why not, really? I'm gonna do shift in. Dude, why don't I just celebrate, man? I'm gonna do shift in. I'm calling this guy back. And I'm gonna put this on the beam, and then I'm gonna do a canned good for a blue. And that is gonna give me 4 more gold right there.
Oh my god, I don't have any gold in my hand. That's not fair.
That's so just broken right now.
That's messed up.
Yeah. Trust me.
Where's your can good?
Can's right there. It's insane. It's actually probably the best item you can get.
Where's your sausage? Blue and blue.
Excuse me?
So can I trade more than just one at a time?
Yes, but they cannot be 2 sausages.
Right.
You gonna trade with me?
I'm gonna trade a can.
Oh, let's go, dude. So you want a can?
Sausage.
Hold on.
Can and a sausage.
But those are gonna cost 1 and...
1.
You're kidding me. So I get 2 gold. All right, nice. It's kind of sick. I like that. Ooh, I might have to return the favor, honestly. You know what? I'm gonna use a blue here on my canned good, and I'm gonna trade with you for a, please don't let it be a lot, flask, which is gonna be 1 trade token. Those are exploration cards. You should have, you pay these. Remember, they're like the zoo.
Okay.
So you just have to have those at the end of the game.
They're the zoo?
Like, it's like the cards with the animals on it, and then you have, it doesn't matter, it just means the colors, okay? So I'm trading with you for your flask, and you get a gold.
Sweet.
And I'm playing this guy with my canned good, which gives me a purple cube. Show the camera your cards when you play too, please.
Oh my bad.
It's all good.
Sorry, guys.
So I take this cube, and I take another card. Golly! I don't want any more cards, bro.
These cards.
It's the only game where you just don't want any more cards. There's a lot of victory points to be had in this game, though. It's pretty wild, especially with the objective cards that we drew. There's a lot, because I think the whole point of this game is to play a ton of cards, tons of cards.
I'm gonna play this guy with my jumpsuit and schnapps. And I get 3.
With your jumpsuit apparatus.
Oh.
Did anybody listen to them growing up? Your jumpsuit apparatus.
Still can't do it because I don't have.
Didn't you like Guardian Angel? Is that your jumpsuit apparatus?
Yeah.
Let's give me a song.
Do you want to sing him? Sing him a song.
'Cause you are mine.
You're mine. Okay. I'm gonna build another boat.
Okay.
Over here, got this guy.
Sail,
This guy,
box, and
this
plank.
guy. Can I have 2 expiration tokens? Plus.
Okay, so I'm going to celebrate, unfortunately. This game does feel like a race, guys. I think
How do I get a new world again?
a new world, you have to, so you already have 1, so you'd have to spend 2 exploration tokens. Did you spend
What
2?
about these guys? Same thing? Oh yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
same thing.
Yes, I spent 2 for
Okay.
the expansion.
Okay.
Sausage. Where's sausage?
You don't just shout sausage.
More sausage.
You definitely don't just shout my sausage at random times in the day. Okay, go.
Babe?
Just go. Please go.
Where's my bread?
Got a lot of gold over here, man. Lots.
I'm
Hold on.
going
Just
to
there.
use my bread.
Okay.
Use this and use an exploration tile. Pay for this lady right here, which gives me 2 of these guys.
Not bad. It's interesting.
I don't understand.
So you just have to have those cubes at the end of the game somewhere in your possession. Okay. Whether exhausted on here or out here on the board, it does not matter. So you know what's crazy is that you're not gonna believe this, but I'm gonna do likewise. I'm gonna go glasses.
Kidding me?
I'm gonna do a clock, and I'm gonna do a canned good. Canned good is OP, man. And that's this, exploration cards, So 2 exploration cards for that. And I will take 2. Oh my golly. How in the world? How in the actual world? Wild, dude. Wild. Oh my golly. That's horrible. Oh, you know what? I can do that. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh my golly. You're kidding. No.
Okay, I'm gonna have to celebrate.
Okay, smart. You've been working pretty hard over there. While you're celebrating, I'm gonna go ahead and go, and I will do a red cube here on my beam. Then I will shift. I'm gonna end my shift. So I get this now. Like, this is why you would want to do this. I'm gonna take one of these guys back, and I will use him right here on the brass, and I'm gonna exhaust a purple cube to take a spindle. What is this? That can't be right. That's not a spindle. Is that a spindle? What's it called? Sewing machine. Oh my god, a sewing machine.
No, it wouldn't be a sewing machine.
Jeez, man.
Okay, I'm going to...
Dude, artisans are so valuable. They're
What are
so
artisans?
red.
Yeah, they are.
They're so valuable.
I'm going to expand
Brass, nice.
brass.
I understand why you need so many old world and all these tiles now. It's insane. Or new world tiles and all that. This is so crazy. Oh my golly.
What did you get? You have a sewing machine?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and just...
Maybe I don't need brass then. Do I need brass? No, I don't.
Ooh, buddy.
What is that?
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna celebrate again. You know what? Before I do that,
I don't need brass. I lied.
I think it was like this.
I don't need brass.
Okay.
Where is the little...
Which thing are you looking
Not
for?
on there.
What are you looking for?
This.
Oh, that might be a New World thing. That's just a milk.
Okay, I'm gonna do
Bucket
a
of
new
milk.
world.
Buckets of milk are incredibly valuable.
I need a new world.
Okay. So you have to spin 2?
3.
Oh, you have...
Don't I have to do 3?
No, you have to do 2 because it's your second one.
Second one of these,
Yeah.
but...
No,
Okay.
it's not. It's just for those. Yeah. There, you got your milk. That's ridiculous, man. Whatever. It's insane. Okay, then before I expand, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do another one of these guys. It's another boat. What? Let's go, baby. Boom.
Doesn't seem fair.
I mean, is life fair, honestly?
So when you get these, you have to have the boats to house them, right?
Mm-hmm. No, those actually go on the card.
What?
They go on the card. I didn't know that until just recently. Sorry.
Why didn't you tell me?
That's
ridiculous.
It wasn't like I was
I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. That
and
is
you have to
crummy.
use them. You have to use them before you celebrate, or they go away.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
You can do
Yes.
that.
Did you know that if you have trade tokens on the cards, they go on the card?
Huh?
If you have trade token symbols on a card and you play it, you get those trade tokens. You put it on the card.
Now I know, baby.
Now you-
Now
the more you
I
know.
Thanks so much, baby. Oh.
Oh man, that's a shame.
That's ridiculous. Is what
You're
that
gonna
is.
be just fine. I just looked at all your cards, and I can tell you,
Hey.
just by looking at your cards, you're gonna be you're gonna be just fine.
You stay over there, son.
Excuse me?
Son. Okay, I'm gonna build out again.
Okay.
Build this guy. With
Coffee
a
house?
pomegranate.
You have a pomegranate? Oh my golly.
Pomegranate and...
Just remember to exhaust your trade.
Hmm?
Just exhaust your trade token.
I
So
did.
I'm going to celebrate again. If celebration costed anything in this game, it would be absurd. Because you do it all the time, I feel like. Unless people have already mastered this and they never celebrate somehow.
I do need brass.
You needed it for some reason. If you just lost your strategy for a second, like, yeah, you probably did need it.
But that's what I need that for. Okay. I'm gonna build out again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use your...
Heck
Is it
yeah.
your sewing machine?
Using my solution for what?
Using your sewing machine for this guy.
Golly.
What does it matter?
I don't know, honestly. It really doesn't, that's the problem.
Upset.
I don't
You
know.
get a gold for it.
Yeah, it really only benefits me. to be
Yeah.
honest.
So I just don't.
I'm gonna do something sick here.
Knew it.
I'm gonna trade with you. 2 trade. Did you trade? What did you trade for? You traded my sewing machine. Did you pay 2 trade tokens for that?
I have to do 2.
Yeah, because it's red. You see right there.
Okay.
So I'm doing 2 trade tokens to get your shirt or your overalls.
My overalls.
And a
It's
red.
just one. You just need one
No,
because it's
look.
blue.
No. Oh, it's blue.
It's blue.
Oh.
And I
Okay,
get
blue.
gold, though.
You get a gold, and I get this guy done with a red population cube, which I desperately need. My golly. All right, we're jumping right back into this thing. It's been a couple days. Obviously, we cleaned up a little bit. I got a haircut, and
And my hair's wet from my shower, so.
yeah, so we are on
But if
very
you were
limited
here,
time.
we'd smell really good.
That is
so
true.
It's nice.
You can imagine that. Okay, so it was your turn, and we're just gonna jump right back in.
Alrighty. I would like. I'm going to build a chocolate.
Chocolate. I forgot 100% what I was doing.
And we use. Oh. use one of
No, I know
these.
what I was doing.
And a piggy. Where's my piggy? There it is. Okay.
Okay, so I have a couple trade tokens, and I need 2 to do what I'm gonna do. So I remember now that I'm gonna play the, I'm gonna produce the coat. So I'm gonna put 1 red here. I'm gonna trade 1 with you for 2
Yes.
trade tokens. You get a
Have
gold.
Your
You
gold
may.
over there.
Have a gold, and so I'm taking a toilet, or what is that?
The toilet?
No, the TP. That's
The
fabric.
cotton
Or
fabric.
cotton. And then I'm gonna take a crate as well. So I have another guy right here. Perfect. So that, and that to give me this guy, which is awesome.
The coat. Very nice.
The code is what I wanted.
Okay,
Why, I don't remember.
I don't know why I'm doing these things either.
We do have a, well, actually,
I'm
we may
gonna
not.
do schnapps, chocolate,
Did I not play this guy for real?
and a coffee. And that gives me 2 of these.
Okay. I mean, you gotta, at this point, how do we not have what we need to do literally anything? We've gotta be there. Okay, I'll make it easy on both of us and just go ahead and just win.
Do I
By
have to
doing-
get rid of all of your cards?
Yes, but I'm on my way. Oh, I built over my wheat. Oh my god. Do you have a wheat?
I do.
I don't have any trade tokens.
It's too bad for you.
That is such a shame. You know what I'm gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
I don't really want any more of those guys, man. I don't want any more cards. Okay, so I need bread, and I need to trade a wheat with you. How much is, oh, I only need 1 trade token. I don't have any. Golly. Okay, no. Oh my golly, bro. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna call 1 red worker back, and I'm going to take this guy back. Nope. I'm gonna take this guy back. So what I'll do is take a dynamite, a steel beam, and a blue exhausted to get this fatty cannon.
Get the cannon, baby.
I did.
Do it.
I already did.
Okay, I'm going to do the...
Yeah.
What is that called? The work clothes and the schnapps. I'm gonna play this guy. I get 3 of those on that card.
Bro, how are you ever supposed to get that? Oh, that's insane. Okay, I'm gonna call my guys back and celebrating. Because why wouldn't you celebrate any chance you get?
You've got what? You've got that. Do you have a light bulb?
Do I have a light bulb? Of course I do not.
You don't have a light bulb?
No. I do
Where's
not
the
have a
light
light bulb.
bulb?
Light bulb's right there.
Oh man.
Do you have glass?
I do have glass.
Oh, garbage.
Do I have glass? Yes, I do.
Oh, you've expanded twice, you just put it over there?
Yep.
My golly. Oh, I've done 3. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna also do this girl. She's 6. You said I store these on the card, right?
Which one? Yeah. Yes, you put those on the card, but when you celebrate, they go away. The next time you celebrate, they go away.
Okay, I'm using your sausage.
Excuse me?
One of these guys.
Okay.
And then this one.
So you gave me a gold?
No, I didn't give you gold. But you can
But
take a gold.
I will take one. Okay. That's kind of sick. Kind of nice to have those types of things. Wow. This game is just brutal, man. It's constantly brutal. Excuse me?
Do you have the music maker? No.
No. Dude, it's just, I keep on, my strategy keeps changing every turn, literally every turn. It's actually horrible. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do now. So here we go, I'm gonna do this guy,
How much does it take to call one back?
It depends on the gold cost right there.
What about these little like round things? Do you
Which
have to
round
use
things?
those too?
Which round things?
These?
No, that's just to,
Why does it say both?
that's how to trade. That's when you trade a blue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, like we've been playing. But you probably, I mean, it's been like 3 days since we played last.
Yes.
So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna take one of these spindles, another one. I don't know what that thing is, but it's irrelevant. Oh, that's what I need. Okay, now I have a strategy, in case you're wondering.
Okay, I'm
Ooh.
going to use your sausage.
Come again?
I'm gonna use your sausage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna buy one of my, what do you call them? How do you bring them back?
Shift end.
Shift end. And bring
Blue, so that
a
costs
blue
2 gold.
back. I did it. And I'm gonna use him here. No, use him here on the red.
Okay.
For this guy. And that gives me upgrades. So I get 3 upgrades from green to blue.
Green upgrades, you can prove either green or blue. Right now you don't have any
Upgrade
blue.
and then upgrade
Yes, you
again.
can do that.
I'm gonna
So that's
upgrade
1,
to
2.
Is that right?
No, okay, so what you do is like, it would turn into a blue then a red. So you just take a red. Turn this
Okay.
back in the supply, and just take a red. So that's 2, you have 1 more.
I'm gonna turn
Into
this
blue,
into
nice. And you don't take any population cards for that.
Awesome.
Because that's how the game works. Okay, I'm about to upgrade. Oh no, I'm not. Okay, I'm gonna have to, dude, this is horrible. All right, so I'm gonna go here. Oh no, dude. This is horrible, man. This, then a steel beam, and a blue to get a level 3 shipyard. I'm putting that right there. Jeez, bro. Horrible. Of course. Oh, no, we might be able to do it. We might be able to do it.
So I could just use yours.
Yeah.
With all my things and get you like tons of gold, but is gold worth money? I mean, gold is worth points.
Yeah, I think every 3 gold.
But you put it back in there though when you use it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I might do that because I have enough of those.
3 golds yields 1 influence point. What do I have for what? I have everything.
You have coal.
I have everything
You
you
have
could possibly need.
Do
Yeah.
you have beam?
Yep.
Do you have window?
Nope.
And you have the coat. You have a coat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
People went, when I looked at like a couple of playthroughs, people went window heavy. So window is probably something you need in this game that I forgot to mention.
Okay, but hold on. That's what I need. I need that guy right there.
Which guy?
And do you have the, yep, you do. Okay, perfect.
I literally have everything that you could possibly need. You've been devouring the sausage the whole time.
So I am going to use your coal,
Okay.
your crate, your beam, and your coat.
Hold on. Are they all green?
Huh?
Oh, they're all blue or green?
Hold on.
Beam is red, so that's
Beam
already
is
2
red,
right out the
so
gate.
that's 2.
Okay.
Coat is red, so
Coat
that's
is red,
2.
that's 2.
Crate.
Crate is red.
Is it red?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my crate then.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
And then coal. What's your coal?
Coal's red.
Your coal's red too?
Yeah. Are you loading me up right now?
Okay, then I'll do that.
Oh my golly. Okay.
But you still only get 1 per.
1
thing.
per trade.
Okay. And then I have to use my red on my window.
Actually, is it 1 per? I'm pretty sure
And
it's
these
1
go
per
away if
trade.
they were on my card.
They just
Do they go in here or they go
they just go
away?
in supply. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a teal. I think I have to pay
Oh yeah. So each one was So regardless of the amount of trade tokens, you only get 1 gold, but you did 3 trades. Okay. So I'm gonna call a worker back.
Do one of my reds go away too up here?
Oh, did you just do that?
Yeah.
You got a teal? Yeah, you have to exhaust a red.
Okay. So I'm actually gonna pay 2 more for your coat and exhaust this.
Okay, sweet. That's another
Do I
gold.
put it on the side or put it back up here?
You put it on the side. Yeah, it's just exhausted here. Yeah,
Okay.
just exhaust this.
What do you mean?
I mean, you just exhaust them like anything else over there. Okay.
So I need to keep all those back? I need to bring all those back?
No, you don't exhaust these. These are all in the supply. You exhaust the ones that you use from your ships.
Okay. These are all back.
So are all those trade tokens from your ships?
Yes.
Okay, so it looks like you have like 7 over there, but you only have like 4 right there.
Well, you just gave me 2 more.
Here, give me 1 more. Okay, sweet. There we go, that makes sense. Okay. So, I'm gonna do, okay, so we got cannon. We have coal, which I took a worker, I paid 2 already, which I didn't take a worker back, but I exhausted, so I'm taking this guy back to get coal. And then I'm gonna do steel beam, which is going to be another worker, which is 3, right? Yep. So this one's gonna go now to my, back to my steel beam right there. And then this thing over here is another purple, which is super weird. And I'm gonna get a fatty 3 exploration token boat. Beautiful.
I'm going to celebrate a festival.
Really?
Start this mess all over again.
What was I going for? Bro, by the time you do something in this game, you already forgot what you were doing in this game. So you celebrated a festival?
Mm-hmm.
Can I do anything else that I want to do? There's like no green, nothing. You don't need green for almost anything.
I have to buy.
I'm celebrating as well.
No, I don't. Wait, that's purple. I have to 3.
I could be exploring. No. Yep. Nope. Already took it back. Next time I'll explore more. I just want to keep up. So yeah, taking them all back. So you're up.
You don't have that yet. Maybe I should just get one.
And it also, you cannot trade somebody else's New World stuff. Like it's just theirs. So keep that in mind.
Okay, I'm gonna buy a beer.
Okay. Could use mine.
I'm not using yours.
Okay, sick.
I need a wheat and
Okay, so this would be a big play. Just to announce that to everybody. So I'm gonna do 1 exhausted blue, 1 exhausted purple, or no, not exhausted, but put it on the spindle thing. And then 6 exploration tokens to play this card. Wait, this is an action, but I have to use it. Oh, okay, hold on, sorry. So this turn, sorry. So this turn is actually me exhausting 6 exploration tokens, which was I was trying to get this fat ship. It's freaking Bastion, or whatever this thing's called. I don't know what it is, but it sounds sick. And then this is going to be played right here for 6 exploration tokens. And that'll give me one of those resources.
Wait, you're playing it?
Like I'm playing it. I got rid of them on accident. So I had 6 of these, and I'm just exhausting them all to play that.
And you get one of those?
One of those when I activate the card.
Okay. I'm using my beer and my bread to get this guy.
Bro. Okay, some bad play.
No, it's not.
Okay, then now I will do what I was gonna do last time, which is this purple shouldn't have been there. So this, the sewing machine, the, blue, and I'm gonna activate this card now, which is going to give me a milk, or whatever that bucket of cream is. And I'm gonna take this, the car, the trike. I got myself a trike.
Got yourself a trike.
Why? We're gonna find out when I figure it out. But I have one, which is sick. It's more than a lot of people can say.
It's true.
Yes, it is.
I need to stay on point. Do you have the
That's
light
the
bulb?
hard part.
You don't have a light bulb either?
I do not have a light bulb. That's been your struggle this whole time. How in the world?
Oh, there's so many things that I need right now.
I feel that. I wish there was an action just to discard a card, to be honest.
Oh, you mean like that one?
Oh my golly. Can you show that to the camera? That's wild. I literally just said that and she has that card.
I have it!
That's wild.
Okay.
You just absolutely complete me. Absolutely complete me.
What is this? What is the note? The letter?
After 8 years. What? The letter's another action.
It is?
Hmm?
So just another...
You just get to do another action. Did you know what's really important in this game?
What?
Actions.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is...
Sorry, I'm not trying to pressure you.
You're trying to look
I'm not trying to pressure you into going faster.
I'm going to... Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
I'm gonna look like this.
Yes, I am.
Sorry, this is hard.
I just have my next like 8 turns planned out already, so it's just hard to bear.
Alright, I'm gonna do the light bulb.
Nice, it's a smart play. I'm frankly tired of hearing about that thing. Golly, I need light bulb.
Okay.
Good. I'm gonna use a cannon and a clock. There's red. Red is clock and soap, which is blue, to play my homie here. And that's gonna give me 3 exploration tokens to use on this guy. Sick. Okay.
You don't have that though. Nah.
Truth.
Do you have the brass? You have brass, yes. Brass and that. And you have to do 5.
That's the game.
Okay, I'm gonna exhaust 2 of these guys to get 3 more of these.
Nice. Then I'll spend one. I'll spend 2 extra. Or oh my golly, I don't have enough. I was gonna go New World, but I really don't want more population cards. To be honest, this is gonna be tough to do without population though. Wait, are you still going?
No.
Okay. So I'm gonna use 1 trade token. You get a gold, and I'm gonna take a wheat from you.
Gold.
1 token to take a wheat. I don't have enough space. I'm gonna have to get rid of something. Oh my god.
Build over.
I will. And I'm gonna take a coal. So I have a coal and a wheat. And I'm gonna build over, I'm gonna take a bread. And I will go ahead and build over. I haven't used my sail at all, which is weird because I have a lot of boats. No, I have used it a little bit, but not very much. So I'm building over the sail. I think we're good on boats for now. There's bread.
What is that? What is this right here? What's that?
That is a cannon. That's this thing right here.
You have a cannon?
I have a cannon.
Where's the cannon?
Cannon is right here. I worked on that the entire game. That was like 90% of my game. And I bought 1 ship with it.
What is this guy? That's the cannon.
That's a cannon, but no, this is like a.
This is a cannon.
Yeah, but this is like a.
I have a cannon.
What is that thing? What is that? What is that called? Yeah, that's a little like baby cannon though. This thing's a.
You're a baby cannon.
Okay. Wow. Don't ever, ever.
Okay. I'm going to.
That's not bad.
You have, okay, I have, wait. 1 froggy minute. Oh, when you have kids, people.
What was it called? You said a froggy minute?
1 froggy, wait, 1 froggy minute.
Yeah, that's actually messed up. We don't know what you're trying to say.
No, it's off of the cartoon.
Oh. Sounds like pretty wholesome.
Okay, I'm going to do this lady with a beer and a light bulb, and I'm going to use your sewing machine, which is what?
Red.
A red.
That's gonna cost you 2 and cost me a nothing. I'm gonna get gold though.
And I'm gonna get an extra action.
Okay.
And I'm gonna buy this.
Really? With only the stuff that you have?
With the red, the green, another red, and an exhausted purple.
Okay. Back at it again. Golly day. Okay, so it was my turn last time. I do have the bread that I've been wanting this entire game here. Don't put your hands on this because it shakes it. And so I will do this. I'm gonna play a beer and a bread, and I'm going to and why I had that guy for a reason, I think. But I'm gonna play this guy and activate him. I'm just get a purple cube right here. Beer and a bread. Gone. And let me get a purple cube. And that is actually gonna add, oh my golly, another population card. Okay.
Going to, what's it called when you buy your person back?
Shift end?
Shift end.
Okay.
This blue guy. I'm gonna use him on the crate. And do I not have him? I thought I bought one. Did I not buy him? I thought I did.
Which one? What'd you need?
The tractor guy. I guess I didn't. You have the tractor.
I've got tractor right here.
And
or trike.
the sewing machine, right?
I got trike and sewing machine.
And they're both purple.
Mm-hmm.
So we need 6.
Let me turn my light on real quick, actually.
Okay, I'm gonna use 6 then. 4, 5, 6. Oh, these 2 need to go here. Okay, so I'm gonna use 6 because I'm gonna use your trike and your sewing machine.
Golly.
And I'm gonna play this guy, and I'm gonna get 3 of those dudes. This guy's got in here.
3 exploration tokens. I have 3 that I need to use before I celebrate, which is gonna be tough. So, I've realized green is essentially very useless after the first 5 minutes of the game. Green is very, very useless
Not
after.
really. You had to
Really?
still use my wheat just like a
That is
couple
true.
turns ago.
That is very true. I need some sugar cane.
Get you some sugar cane.
I can't though.
Where's the sugar cane? What does it look like?
Sugar cane is, or it's tobacco leaves or something like that. It's gotta be.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'll do is I'll use my 1 exploration token here to do a new world,
It is tobacco.
and it did not give me what I wanted.
You can't use mine.
Hmm?
You can't use mine.
Now, when I draw a new world, do I have to take 5 cards?
5 cards.
No, 3.
Of these?
Must draw 3 new world cards. 1.
I haven't done that then.
You haven't taken? No, you're not. You're supposed to be taking these when you take new world, not these.
Oh, maybe I have done that then. You're supposed to take 3 each time?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've done that.
You haven't done that? Yeah, you should be taking.
Okay, I haven't taken. I took 3 the first time. I didn't take 3 the second time. Well, pooper. Oh, not these. These. Well, pooperoni. That kind of messes up my entire game plan. Yes, it does.
Does it really?
Man. Well, spit sport. That stinks. Do you still have the can?
Hmm?
Yeah, it's blue.
How do I only have 2 of these? I should have taken. Oh no, I got them from this thing maybe. Were they exploration tokens? Huh. I'm not sure how I only got 2 of those. I might. Whatever.
2 of what?
It's your turn, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess it is. I'm going to. Is this guy? All 3 of my. So go away. And I'm going to destroy 2 cards. Where do they go if I
Under
destroy
their
them?
stacks.
Under what stacks?
The
Under
stacks, yep. Not bad. I'm gonna use 2 exploration tokens here from this card to get 3 of these. Does anybody have window? Oh, you have window. Jeez. Okay, it's your turn, right?
I'm gonna celebrate.
I think I'm gonna have one of those. I really want to get that. And I think I can. Yes. Last thing I'm gonna do here is do a coal, beam, and a purple here on this, whatever this mill is, to get a level 3 ship. That's gonna get 3 trade tokens on it.
Perfect. I'm going to.
And you can do 3 upgrades each time that you do an upgrade.
What do you mean?
Like you can do up to 3 upgrades for an action, not just 1.
Use that to get.
Oh my golly.
1, 2,
That's quite a bit.
4,
I'm not gonna lie.
and 2.
That is quite a bit. Okay, so I'm going to now celebrate. Return everybody. It's a lot of exploration and trade tokens.
Still don't have that, so I need that.
How do I have 1 left over here? I probably didn't exhaust it or something. Okay.
You have brass.
Yep.
Takes 2. I'm gonna have to build this dude. I don't think I need my piggies anymore. Planes has spindle. I'll put it up here.
Speak up.
I'm gonna use one. Sorry, I'm gonna use your brass.
Okay.
So you get a gold, and then I have to use my. Exhaust that.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna upgrade. I'm gonna go shirt and exhaust a red to bring this into a teal. And then I'm gonna do another exhaust. Wait, it's a coat and a red. So red is exhausted and a coat, and turn another one of these into a teal. Sick. And then I will also.
Wait, you're doing all. Oh, you're upgrading. Okay.
I have a lot of trade tokens in there too. You know what? I'm going to trade 2 of these and 2 of these to turn this into a red as well.
How do you do that?
Because I just traded you. You get 2.
Hmm?
You get 2 gold.
Oh.
I use your. Do you have crates over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blue.
Oh, it's a blue. So I take 1 trade token back. Okay. You get a gold, and now it's your turn. So I did 3 upgrades.
Trade?
Yes. Good catch.
Mm-hmm.
Could have changed the game.
Could have. I'm going to use. No, I don't have to use any of yours actually, which is great. Use that. I get 2 of these cards.
Okay.
So that's one of those.
Okay, so I'm gonna use 2 trade tokens to trade with your fabric. You get a gold, and then I'm gonna use.
So I get 2?
Nah, just your fabric. And then I'm gonna use a purple on this bike, and then another trade token exhausted to play this guy, and just discard 2 cards right out the gate.
Nice.
And I will do that. So that's gonna be. These 2 are gone.
Wonderful. They're different.
Oh my golly. Gone.
They're different.
Nope. Oh my golly. Alright. This is our 3rd time playing this
How many
game.
times do I have to say that?
It's late, man. We always finish
They're
late and
different.
exhausted. Okay, sweet. We got that figured out.
Okay, I'm gonna play this guy
Okay.
again. I'm gonna use your can
Okay.
to get a gold. And then I'm gonna use one of these. Get 2 more of these guys.
I'm going to celebrate. Take all my homies back.
So if I play a card and I don't actually want to use it, like it's a free upgrade card or whatever, do you get points based on how many of these that you have?
It's on these, remember? Exploration cards.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That's how you get points for your colors, which you have not been paying attention to.
I have not.
And is
been
meat,
paying
man. That is like the
attention
meat of the game right there.
to. Ooh, okay. You've got the that cost me 3, and I have 3. Perfect. I'm gonna use your tractor.
That gold.
And exhaust.
It's gonna cost you. It's 3.
1, I know. And I'm gonna move my. Oh, and I gotta do 1 blue, 1 coffee. And I'm gonna move 3 of my blue into red.
Wow. Actually insane. Okay, so I'm gonna use 2 trade tokens to get your fabric. 2, so you get a gold. And then I'm gonna use bread, which is blue, and an exhausted trade token to play this. And I'm gonna activate it, discard 2 more cards.
Close.
That's gonna be this one. These 2.
Are they look the same?
They are. I learned from my mistake.
Good.
I'm really proud of me. Okay, you're up.
Okay.
Why are you being so shady? You think I could form, like, you think I have, like, enough in me, in my brain right now to form another strategy based on what you have?
No, I'm not being shady.
There's not a chance.
Okay. What do you need to do if you have to celebrate?
Celebrate?
Mm-hmm.
This point in the game? My golly. I was first player, right? Yeah. Okay, then I will, oh man. I'm going to, okay, okay, here we go. Golly day. I'm gonna use this one on a steel beam and then trade 2, you get a gold. And I'm gonna upgrade this to purple. I will. And then,
Why was it the first one then?
huh?
Why was it a 5?
And then I don't know what else I want to upgrade because I don't think I can. So that was a waste of a turn, but you can go now. Because I can't trade again, which is absolute garbage. Thought I had more. Okay, I will celebrate.
You can upgrade 3.
Yep, you can upgrade 3. Nice.
And then can't actually do blue because I would have to use my blue in order to do it.
It'd be awesome if you were whispering in their ear.
Sorry, I would have to use my blue in order to upgrade, and I can't. Unless I use yours. If I can use yours, do you have a crate?
I don't. I do. Yep.
Do you have a coal?
I do.
Where's my other coal? Okay, so 2 blues. Okay, I'm gonna use your coal and then I'm gonna upgrade.
My coals are red, so I need 2 trade tokens.
Your coals are red?
My coals are red, yeah.
That's messed up.
So
I'm gonna move that into your red.
Okay. Then I'm going to also upgrade. You know what? I'm gonna use exhaust 1 trade token, trade 2 for your fabric, you get a gold.
Gold. You're so far spread out.
I know. And then a blue for the soap. Play this, which exhausts 2 cards. And that's the last 2.
Do I get another chance?
You get to finish this round and then we do 1 more round.
How do you do 1 more round if you're all out of cards?
Because I can still do something.
Okay. Well, this is my last card anyway.
Nice, dude. That's your last card?
It is.
How does that happen? Oh wait, hold on. I ended the game though, so I get this. Dude, that was so clutch. I wasn't gonna end it. I was not gonna end it, and it's something in my gut.
Golds, please.
Something deep inside my gut was like, just, you know what? You've done this too many times. Learn from something. End it and take everything. I did.
Okay.
So the last thing I'm gonna do is you get another gold. I'm just giving you point. Is that all your gold over there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've been doing that. I've been super loose with the trading. I didn't realize.
I've been super loose. I've given you so much gold.
Yeah, but I sent my dudes. The shift in thing is weird. I did too much of that. So I'm gonna do this for your window. So you got the gold for that, and then I'm gonna use a steel beam to upgrade this to a purple. And that is my last turn in Anno 1800.
I'm gonna use your coal and no, because that gives you 2 points. So what would be the point of that? Because that just gives me what?
Point of that would be to help your boy out a little bit.
No, we don't need help. Oh, sweet. I'm actually going to exhaust a red and use a coat. Do shift end. How much is that for? Oh, no.
That's risky.
And then move
That's the whole
up
point.
purple up to teal.
All right. Did you exhaust a red cube for that? Nice. So you do know how to play. All right. That was Anno 1800. Let's tally up.
Do I just...
That's just dead. Just don't even bother. But did you activated it, right? So I think you activated it. I mean, when you play a card, you essentially activate it.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting from this. Okay, so let's get the rest of our points real quick.
Gold from it.
So each population card played, whether facing down, gives the number of influence points. So let's do influence points for this. I got a deck of cards right here, guys.
Influence points for what?
So for the for all
what
these
you
cards,
played?
yeah.
I'm sure this is right, and it just feels like a lot of points.
I
mean, how
Martin
many-
Wallace isn't known for giving a lot of points out, so
That's what I'm
I'm not
wondering.
100%. But actually, kind of it. I don't know. Yeah, this is right. You play the cards and you get a bunch of points. I think sometimes games are built that way just to kind of satisfy you. So this is yeah.
Are they all the same?
No, they're not. They're not. I'm gonna start this over. Hold on. Let me get these all together. There we go. Let's get these all together. Okay. Excuse me? What did you just whisper? Because that was pretty alarming. How much you get?
99.
99? What do you mean 99?
If I did it right. Okay, so I've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 20.
You played
30.
all of those?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Give
I
me those
played all of
cards.
these.
I'm reviewing tape, man. There's no way you played all
Yes,
these.
I did.
You did not give me enough gold.
Yes, well, that's not my fault.
I can tell you right now that you did not play this game
Yes,
right.
I did. You shift ended so many times.
Are you kidding? 99?
Yeah, that was 30, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 times 8, that's 48. So that's 78 right there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh
plus
my golly, I'm
21.
gonna have to do so much heavy editing because you definitely got some rules absolutely wrong.
I don't think so. I played them. I played it.
You
all.
produced them. And you exhausted like cubes and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I got 60.
Okay.
My deck is thicker than yours.
How is that thicker than mine?
Put it side by side right now.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, I got about half as many played. That doesn't make sense. See, when things like that happen, they don't make sense to me. Like, it just seems somebody got something wrong. But anyway, let's move on. The expedition cards are revealed. So, here you go, expedition cards.
Oh,
Which
nice.
these are not even, they're almost worthless.
So do we go ahead and put, so you have to put your things on
Yeah,
there?
you put your cubes on there from anywhere. I almost got it all filled. That was pretty good.
What happens if you don't get it all filled?
You still get the points. So I got, it's not gonna matter. These are like nominal. I got 18 points, so I have a total of 78.
So you have to fill one completely.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Have I won a game yet? Oh, I cheated a lot in Barrage on accident. So I have 78. How did you get 99? I just don't. It's like you had twice as many turns.
Maybe I just played twice as much.
Oh my golly, I don't
So
think.
how many? So I just add this up.
Yeah. You got 17.
Yes.
So I had 78 starting out, and then you had 17. So what is that? 116 or 106?
99 plus 17.
99 plus 17 is 116. So you have 116. I have 78. Wow. Okay. So so then we have the every 3 gold yields 1. So I have 80 points now. Something messed up. This is when I just need to watch you play.
4.
That's
So
ridiculous.
120.
120, and I have. Did I say 80?
Yes.
Oh my golly. So I got the fireworks token. That's 87.
Okay.
And objective cards. So whoever has the most purple
What?
cubes, I have 3 purple cubes.
I have 3.
Of course, that was like your last move, wasn't it?
Where's the objective card?
Up here. Yeah. So there could be. It's gonna be sketchy, but we'll see. So
I did not even pay attention.
you're fine. You're
to
still gonna
those.
win. So it's 10 points. We tied. So we're gonna say 10 plus 4 is 14.
Oh my goodness.
Divided by 2. I think that's how you do it. So I'm gonna say I have 87.
127.
And you have a 127. So every 6 points for trike. Edward Good is trike. What is that thing called? Music player and the bike. So I have 6 points for that because I have the trike right there.
6 points because I have a music player.
Are you kidding me? Oh my golly.
So what am I at?
So I'm at 93. You're at 133.
33.
I'm at 93. So cannon and champagne. I have the cannon.
I have a cannon.
No.
I don't have a little cannon. Why do you keep calling that a cannon? That's not a cannon, babe.
What is it?
It's an advanced
Like
weapons.
anti-air?
It's advanced weapons.
Golly, yeah, it's the freaking railgun.
So I don't have either of those.
Okay, so I had 87, I had 93, now I have 99. Now, coat, clock, and glasses. I have all of those.
You have coat, clock, and glasses?
Yes. I get 18 points for that.
I have the coat.
So I have 117. And you're at what?
139.
So I'm at 117, you're at 139, then we both got 18 points for that new world. What did I say, 118 plus 18? I have 136. And you have 157. So 136 to 157. I mean, okay, yeah. So. That's how it feels. You're just sitting here like, oh,
I don't know if I
okay,
played right.
okay. We did. You
Okay.
might not have. There's no way you did, but
there's
I definitely. There's a
definitely
50%
ways that I
chance you
did.
did not play right. There's a 99% chance I played right. It's just like when you end up with twice the amount of things, it's like you played twice the amount of a game. What was I doing for half of that game?
I don't know.
What was I doing? Just watching?
I don't know what you were doing. You were doing a lot of shift-ins. I know that.
I didn't shift in that much.
You shifted in a lot.
And that should have given me more turns, honestly. Okay, anyway, so that was playthrough of Anno 1800. I mean, we definitely played right. I mean, that's how you play. You produce resources and you get buildings and you use those buildings to buy more buildings. And
yes.
then you trade with the person next to you. Okay.
No, I traded a lot.
You did trade a lot. So, let's I think it's time for a review, an honest review. Okay? So, keep in mind this is our first time. Normally when we've played games, we played a couple times at least. And I've learned from Keyflower, because I hated that game the first time we played it. I absolutely hated it. Didn't ever want to play again. I played it again. It became one of my favorite games of all time. It only took 2 times for that to completely flip. So we have to keep in mind that this is the first playthrough that we've ever done of this game. And not going with any prior knowledge of the video game that this was created from or anything like that. Just the fact that this is just a game, a new game that we got. So, all right. So you can go first on things that we do not, or that you do not like about this game. Super honest, okay? Listen, Martin Wallace, he did great on brass, but you know what? At the end of the day, Marty, he's just gonna have to deal with it. He's gonna have to suck it up, all right? So things you don't like. Martin, I'm kidding. Mr. Wallace, please sign my... So for me,
I don't like.
things that I do not like about this game are, I would have to say, the setup. I did not enjoy putting millions of tiles out there and stacking them up and then accidentally hitting the table and having to redo everything. That was not great. I did not enjoy the setup time. I also... So here's my review for
That's
negativity.
really...
Is that this game, to me, is not satisfying. to me, like,
I'm
now
shocked.
it satisfies everything. Like, it gives you a ton of points, it gives you a ton of things, but to me, it's one of those games where I feel like I do not care. I don't feel like I'm accomplishing, I feel like I've accomplished a lot here, but I don't think I like the mechanism for accomplishing what I'm doing. Putting a cube out here is interesting. Like, it's kind of cool, okay? It's kind of cool to be able to put out a cube and you combine those things and you get a better thing. But for me, that mechanism I'm gonna be honest, it's incredibly boring to me. I understand how it can be fun, and there were points where it was fun, where it felt like a race, and it really is a race. But it felt like all we're doing is pushing cubes. And yeah, there's a lot of cards. We've been eating a lot of carbs lately. It's on my mind. I need some food. Okay, so what the thing is, like, the cards are. I do like being able to play a bunch of cards, but I don't like the mechanism for just pushing cubes around a board and taking tiles that then give you different tiles. It feels like you're building stuff on your board, but you're not. It doesn't feel like you're building you don't see these different functional parts. It's just one basic outline of a board with tiles on it. And to me, that is not rewarding. I also did not like the fact that there is, like, I do like the objective cards up there, but I don't like that there's so many different paths you can. I don't like games where you get that many cards, like where you get, like, we start off with 7 cards and they each require the same type of thing, but in a different, like, with a different picture. It's the same thing, but a different picture. And so, if you know what I mean, like, it's just the same symbols, but they're just different symbols. And so, you're not doing anything really exciting to get those, you're just pushing the cubes.
So for me, I think at one point, because you're drawing so many cards, you kind of feel like you're drowning at one point. You're like,
yes.
I don't know how I'm ever gonna get this done. There is a lot you can do. I didn't even think about the objective cards. I totally forgot that they even existed once we started the game. I don't really understand the zoo theme.
I don't know if zoo is the right word. I think I saw a zoo on something. I don't
understand these
I don't know if it was zoo.
things.
I thought it was zoo because
these animals.
there's actual animals on there. I mean, it's a zoo.
Things. I don't get that part of it, but I also didn't read the rule book. He
Yeah.
always explains the game to me and we just play. So it would be different maybe if I read it.
But I'm also not like a super. I don't like themes. I do care about.
Person.
I mean, I am, but I don't really like the themes are cool in games, but I care more about the way they play than the theme. That's how I am.
So things that I did like, I felt like I was always doing something. It was very sad. To me, it was satisfying because you constantly got things and you're always putting cards. I was always putting cards down.
Apparently.
He was not. He was always celebrating. I was actually doing stuff. So, yeah, for me, I would have to play this one more time to get how I really feel about the game. And I think there might be too many objective, like, bonus points cards, like all of these and all of those. I mean, I think there's a little bit too much.
That's the thing. I think that's what like, it's not hard to get points in this game, but there's so many options that you're just like, okay, well, I think that's what it is.
I could do anything and still be getting points.
I think that's what it is right there. I like a game that forces you to pick a strategy. This game does not force you to pick a strategy, and if it does, then we haven't played it enough, and we just don't know that. But like, that's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't force you to pick. Like, okay, like I have 7 cards here. I want to be forced to have to play like 4 of these, and if I don't, I get penalized. Like if I have.
Yeah, that would have been the worst part, is if like you didn't exhaust your hand and the person got done first, you got negative points.
Yeah.
All of the cards still in your hand.
That would be fun.
That would make it a little bit more.
We need more a little bit more
penalties.
Punishment and penalties, yes, because there's just, okay, well, I can't do this card. Well, yeah, I can do these 5. You know what I mean? You're always getting cards, so.
But you have to do the cards to exhaust your hand.
You have to eventually do it, but like.
But is there a penalty? Is there a penalty if you have any cards left in your hand? When you just get the bonus 7 points you just get the bonus.
Yep. Yeah, so for me, things that I liked about this game are the fact that there is okay. Even though I said I didn't like pushing cubes around, there were certain parts where I was like, you do this thing and you pop this here. I do like that puzzle feeling of like, you have to have these tiles, which build up to the next level, which build up to the next level, which build up to the next level. I don't necessarily just enjoy pushing a cube here and going like this and doing whatever, just putting a cube on the board and getting a thing. But I do like the puzzle aspect where you're building up to more complex things. And then you're like, forget the basic things. Now we're at like more and more complex. It does feel a little bit satisfying in that way. I wish there were different mechanisms for like ships and docks and industry tiles. I think that's what it is. It's like whether it's this or this, you're doing the same thing, or your cards, you're always pushing cubes here and producing. I don't like that. I think there needs to be more to this game. But I guess it was trying to be super simplistic and like, I don't know.
I think this would be really fun for a person just getting into board games. Like,
yeah.
Into like the deeper side of board games. It's not super complex, but it's more than just,
I will also say that there was a big complaint about this feeling like multiplayer solitaire, and it kind of did. I mean, we were both playing our own game, but we did trade a lot. People said that it was like useless to trade, and I would still be playing this game. Like, still have a stack of cards, and I basically gave her the win by all the trades I did. You know what I mean? I funded your win. You're welcome.
I traded you so much.
You're right, you did.
Shift ended.
I had to shift a lot, but
I shifted ended like 3 times.
I think that like I don't think that it didn't feel super multiplayer. I mean, it was actually pretty solitaire. I'm gonna be honest. I do think that there was a little bit more interaction than I expected with the trading and stuff, but what I wish is that they scaled it better for 2 players, especially where maybe there's only one of these tiles on the board.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
If there was only one,
cut it in half.
Type, then that would be a little bit more.
What they should have done, I think, would be like the number of players minus 1 is how many tiles you put on that board. So they should have given at least 4 for everybody, and then just whoever you play with minus 1.
Or if you're gonna trade, you have to give that person the gold instead of them just taking it out of the general supply. So you have to have your Explore token as well. Is that Explore? Or trade token as well as the gold in order to trade. I think that would be a little more. Yeah, you're giving one from the supply. It's too. And that would make it a little bit more interactive too. I mean, multiplayer interactive. For me, I do like the objective cards that they kind of steer you in that direction, and there's a lot of points to be had at the end of the game. It's pretty cool. She forgot about them immediately, but like I do think the objective cards bring a lot. If they didn't have the objective cards, I would not rate this game high at all. This would be any points. Yeah, that's probably why I would never had a good time at all. But I think without those, there's no direction. It's just go. Just use all your cards, do whatever you want. Just whatever you draw.
Yeah. For me, this game was not exciting. I think that's what I'm trying to say. It was not very exciting. I don't like. There are some games where I'm like, dude, I need to play this again. This game, I don't really want to play again right now. I would like to play again off camera and just relax in it and see what we can accomplish. But suspense. Yeah, like I wanted to end the game, is what I'm trying to say. I wanted the game to be over.
See, and for me, I want to play it again before we put it away, because I want to make sure that I either like it or don't like it. I'd really like to play it again. I didn't get the boring feel. I thought that it was very fast paced, and you just keep going,
I did like that. It was
nice.
Fast paced. Yeah.
So I'd like to try it again, and I would consider getting this out and playing it again. It wouldn't be something that I would just set on a shelf.
That's interesting.
Over other games. Yeah. And it might be something that you can modify it yourself, since they do give you like the 2.
There might be a house rule. Yeah.
Maybe next time we can add a house rule and we only put out 1 of each tile and then see how that plays.
Yeah, so I think that pretty much covers it. But this is, I'll tell you this, for me, this is not Brass. And Brass is a very high bar, and it's not fair to compare this, except that it absolutely is, because it's the same designer. And I expect a lot from my boy. But this is not Brass. It is not probably going to go down in history as like one of the best games ever made. It's just good. It's just a good, okay.
And the art is beautiful though.
The art is really nice. Yeah. The art's really nice. Really, really nice. You can tell that love went into this game. It's just not appealing to me. But yeah. So right now, again, it's initial play, initial thoughts. For me, it's a 5 out of 10. It's just right down the middle of like, you know, just that, yeah.
I would probably be a 6.5.
6.5 is pretty flat. For a game that you said that you want to play again.
I would like to play it again to see how I truly feel about it.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do like a follow-up eventually, but anyway. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on this playthrough and super honest review of hey, I'm just kidding. Anno 1800. Good try. Hopefully we'll be back for, you know, a follow-up review that is a little more positive. Well, for me at least.
Right.
But thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the energy and just, you know, just vibed out with us, please like and subscribe. And join us next time where we play a game. All right, guys, later.